Tonight, it's the Elimination Final edition of Sevens Big League as we present pressure football at its best. Win, and you go on to fight another day. Lose, and suddenly you're the forgotten team of the finals race. That's the real story of an Elimination Final as Carlton and North lock in a battle for survival. In Sevens Big League, with your host, Peter Landy.
Thank you, Don Rainsford, and a very good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sevens Big League. Finals fever hits Melbourne and VFL Park in absolutely superb condition for today's Elimination Final. Carlton first out onto the ground through a huge banner. The Blues today out of their 23, leaving Reid, Glascott and Muller. A good Carlton side, they went into the match as favourites. North Melbourne, out of their 23, they left out Collins, Harrington and also Spargo. The umpires were Cameron and Robinson. The first of the finals matches at VFL Park this afternoon, and as I said, the ground in absolutely superb condition. The teams lined up like this. First of all, the North Melbourne side, they had Dwyer in the centre, Glendinning at half forward, and McCann was selected and indeed lined up at full forward on the interchange bench, Hodgman and also Steele. Carlton lined up like this. They had their skipper Johnston in the centre and McClure was at half forward. Mackenzie lined up in the full forward position. Buckley and Marquezani were the players on the interchange bench. Today's matchup indeed was the first time that Carlton and North had met in an elimination final in their first September outing together since the second semi-final right back in 1979. Under John Kennedy, the Kangaroos have made great strides this year after their 11th placing in 1984. And this afternoon, John Kennedy locked horns with David Parkin, who was Hawthorn captain for 5 years when Kennedy too was at Glenferrie Oval. The two meetings of the clubs this year have indeed been memorable. North winning a thriller at Princes Park in round 3, while the Blues annihilated the Roos under lights at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in round 14. At VFL Park, though, there's been little separating the two sides, with Carlton winning 4 and North Melbourne 3 from their 7 meetings. Today, Carlton had to find replacements for Dool and Ashman, while North perhaps were strengthened by the return to the side of Law and Dwyer, perhaps that countered by losing Fury and Hickey. Tonight, we begin our replay with some highlights of the first quarter.
Greg intercepting beautifully, gets it away from Corcomelis, trying to find McCann up towards full forward. He's just about grabbed that.
But Demetrio got one in the face from Rhys Jones. And then he gave Rhys Jones one back, and Rhys Jones will get the free kick. They're resting now. Rhys Jones was picked at full forward, but he's out there on the wing position having a nice how do you do out there now with Demetrio, and the umpire is going to take Demetrio's number.
Shepard's well from Marku back into the side. He's gone for a pass to Blackwell. Blackwell onto the left foot. Snapshot for goal at the back. It's Harms, and he's marked it.
Right down from the back pocket.
Blackwell in a bit of trouble.
As the kick dropping short. Harms flies. Nearly got that back to Simmelbush. A hurried kick again. But there's no one there really for North Melbourne. The big fella, that's the fellow I said is going to be the danger. The ball goes back there. The ball tapped to the ground. Pushed out by a little cracker over to McCann. This could be a goal coming up. It is. That's a goal. That's his second.
Now towards half back or half forward flank, depending on which team you follow. It's McClure again. Hooks it back up towards the half forward or the full forward pocket. Mackenzie has the mark. So too is McConville. McConville's kick in towards the 10-metre square. Could be a score. Crooks one on the line. Fraser Murphy. And he bumps it through for an easy goal.
Carlton led by 9 points at the first change. There was a lot of fumbling in the opening term, but a good lead to the Blues, who were first to the ball on many occasions during the first stanza of the match. We rejoin the game now in the second quarter at the 8-minute mark. Carlton leading by 11 points.
Dwelling on it.
Madden and McDonald. Madden wins it easily. And the free kick for Carlton, this time going to Corcomelis. Corcomelis from right half forward flank, a long way from goal, couldn't score from there. Trying to find McConville. Oh, just about got him. What a great mark. McConville led out beautifully. Very versatile player. And McConville. As we watch that mark again.
And replay, the only player to look like taking the mark was Peter McConville.
Directly in front of goal, 30 metres out. Shouldn't miss from there. Have to wait on the goal umpire, but I think it's good. It is McConville's first goal, and Carlton increased their lead. Carlton 4-8-32. North Melbourne 3-3-21.
I do believe that Carlton have the aid of a slight breeze. I don't think it should really be a worry. But only player, as I said before, to look like taking it was McConville. And he really didn't give anybody a chance of punching it away. And the North players in the front position on that occasion, and no chance of playing that real defensive game.
Just on the 9-minute mark, 11 points the difference in favour of Carlton. Centre bounce again. Madden. McDonald at the back. Madden got it down to Corcomelis. He fumbled the ball. Johnson tries to get through the pack. Well, he scampered through the pack that time, but the umpire will ball it up down towards North Melbourne centre half forward position. Well, Madden is towers over the North Melbourne ruckman, McDonald, number 45 against 25. Well, McDonald actually got that one out. Comes out to Rhodes. Rhodes gives a hand pass out to Marcoux. Scoots away nicely from Jonas out there at half-back. It's a beautiful pass. And we see that Harms has the mark there in front of Schimmelbusch. It's a long kick by Harms, one of the best kicks in the side. There's a great mark, McKenzie. Quick hand pass to Buckley. This could be a goal. Yes, it is. Good play on the part of McKenzie. And Buckley's first goal. And he's going back to McKenzie to say thanks very much for that charity one, son, but good play.
As well he might, because we watch on replay, Harms putting the ball forward, and it's an excellent mark by young McKenzie. Stood his ground in the front position, but not content with just taking the mark. Very quick to handball the ball, and an excellent piece of play by McKenzie.
And we're just on the 10.5-minute mark of this second quarter. 38 plays, 21, 17 points the difference. The Carlton side started to get on top. Madden again got the tap. That's a beauty. Let that go. Slide of hand stuff back to Corcomelis over to Johnson. As I said before, playing the best game he's played for the year. Out to McConville's got a start on Crocker on the boundary lines. Kept it back in play. But young Crocker, an 18-year-old recruit this year, wouldn't give in. He's got a free kick in reserve. Oh, big job ahead of this kid today. 18 years of age, Bob, and playing against all the veterans here for Carlton. It's a difficult one for him, isn't it?
He's a talented bowler.
Or kick back there towards the wing position. Flying high was McDonald. Couldn't hold the mark. Pushed out by Demetrio. Goes after it again. Tries to tap it on. Marcoux gets a quick hand pass over to Reece Jones. He's grabbed back to Buckley. Taps it on to Corcomelis. Plenty of heavy clashes going on there. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Corcomelis. He was hit too high, the umpire said. So Corcomelis out there at half forward. Well, he was hit a bit high as the ball finally comes back to Holt. Taps it nicely over to Smith at centre half. Back out to Phil Cracker on his own. Shows a lot of pace. Oh, he fumbled that one. This gave Rhodes a chance, but Rhodes grabbed him. He didn't have the ball that time.
And handballed it forward, Lou.
Quick pass. It's okay. And Jonas getting away from Melbourne. Got the mark out there at half forward. North Melbourne badly need a goal here now quickly as it comes over to Larkin on the long hand pass to Demetrio. It's got to bounce right. He's in a bit of trouble. Tries to get a hand pass back. Knocked on by Fairley over to Alseri. He was grabbed by Hunter that time. But the umpire didn't spot it because he was well covered. Plenty of Carlton players in the way and the ball is out of bounds. The crowd going a bit mad about that one, but the umpire couldn't possibly have seen it.
Boundary throw in, 17 points in favour of Carlton in the second quarter. Knocked down by Madden again. English back to Marcoux. As close to the boundary line. Rhodes and Holt are out there. Chance for McDonald. He can never pick the ball up. Gets offloaded with a good bump. Holt breaks one tackle. Has a shot at goal from the boundary line. That's not bad. Oh, what a goal! Great goal. And that's the one North Melbourne wanted. 11 points in it now. 5-8-38 to 4-3-27.
Hi, I've just bought the super deal of a lifetime from Captain Snooze. Take a look. It's the very latest Commodore double bed and base set from Slumberland at only $499. Would you believe the deals are so good at Captain Snooze in Ballarat and Warrnambool that it was a toss-up between this double bed and base or this queen-size bed and base at only $599. And you receive a voucher for 50 litres of petrol with any Slumberland sets you buy. Only from Captain Snooze, Ballarat and Warrnambool. Fill her up, lads!
Let's take this weatherboard icebox and this vibro hotbox and turn them into the cosiest houses in the street.
Cheer up your house with Alcan.
With Alcan Thermal Side, specially insulated aluminium or vinyl siding that's warmer in winter, cooler in summer than a double brick wall and looks great for years.
And you know what? Alcan Thermal Side will save up to 30% on your heating and cooling bills. So call Alcan now.
Homesick blues.
Wherever you go, you'll find the colors 'cause you know, go with the green and gold.
Your BP distributor for Hamilton, Stool and Casterton is Woolman Petroleum. Whatever you need in the way of petroleum products, your local BP distributor is the man to see. BP Australia supply a large range of quality fuels and lubricants to suit all your requirements, whether it be commercial or agriculture. See your local BP distributor in Hamilton, Stool and Casterton.
Green and gold.
Football Scoreboard tonight is proudly presented to you by the one and only Ballarat Warehouse Centre, 32 Doveton Street South, Ballarat. Thanks for being with us in the Ballarat Warehouse Centre's Football Scoreboard tonight. Let's take a look at the leagues in our viewing area. And first off tonight, let's have a look at the Ballarat Football League in their prelim final at the City Oval this afternoon. And it saw the battle of the Demons and the Bulldogs. And the Demons came out on top. Dalesford 15-12, 102 to East Ballarat 10-13, 73. And tomorrow in the Ballarat Football League's round of matches, we see North Ballarat do battle with Sebastopol at the Eastern Oval, and that's for a place, of course, in the grand final for season 1985. Still on finals, let's have a look at the North Central League, and Wycheproof Narraport 24-14, 158. Dealt out a blow to Birchip 14-4, 88. Goal kickers for Wycheproof Narraport this afternoon saw Eddie McNichol with 5, Kieran Larrow with 5, Greg Anderson with 5, and for Birchip we saw John Noon kicking 3. Next week we see Birchip, of course, playing Charlton at Watcham in the prelim final. I'll be back with you shortly with more scores in the Ballarat Warehouse Centre's Football Scoreboard, and we take a look at the Western Border League.
The difference in the second quarter, 13 minutes into the elimination final. Holt's first goal. McCann has 3 for North Melbourne. As Lou said, it should lift them. Will it? Buckley's kick short. Out towards Holt again, and Holt takes the mark in front of Rowe. Holt the chance to put the Kangaroos deep into attack again. It's up towards their left half forward flank. Plenty of North or Carlton players are there. English grabs it after Glendon. He went for a knock on. Madden gets one on the shoulder. How can anybody get up that high? Madden from half back. Short pass. Tried to find Corcomelis, playing a pretty good game today for Carlton. Out to Johnston, their skipper on centre wing. Johnston's kick, a high one, towards half forward. McConville again has the mark. Takes it in front of Passmore. A little bit too much experience, but the kick is an absolute shocker. It's out of bounds. It will be a boundary throw in adjacent to the behind post in Carlton's left forward pocket. 11 points the difference.
Fairly off, Hodgman on, Pete.
Haven't seen much of Fairley so far. Kim Hodgman, the veteran to the North Melbourne side, to come back on, knocked down by Mark McClure. Schimmelbusch, he got grabbed, but he didn't have the ball, and the North Melbourne captain will take the free kick just up from the boundary line.
He's not doing a bad job since he was moved on to Wayne Harms either, Bob.
Big Smith's back on Harms now, Lou. I think they thought it was a little bit dangerous to leave. No, Schimmelbusch staying down with Harms. Maybe I think Schimmelbusch is going in for each centre bounce because he's such a valuable player around the centre bounce, and then possibly Smith then takes up the job again.
Johnston has the free kick after Schimmelbusch's kick went out of bounds on the full. A real chance for a Carlton score here. Is that a mark to McClure? It is. What did you think of that one, Bob? Is that a grab?
Well, I'd like to watch it on replay, but watching it personally, I'd say no way. On replay, we watch as McClure takes it, and for mine, not long enough. No, I certainly wouldn't pay it.
Certainly not today, anyway, under these ideal conditions. So perhaps a little bit of charity shown to Mark McClure. McClure directly in front, 20 metres out. Couldn't possibly miss from there, and he hasn't. It's a goal, and Mark McClure putting through his first goal, and Carlton's 6 goals kicked by 6 different players. 6-8-44 to 4-3-27.
As we watch Wayne Johnston in Sevens big league, on replay we see McClure, and he certainly does not hold it long enough.
No way.
Well, OK, that doesn't change the difference in score. 17 points in favour of Carlton. And we're at the 15.5-minute mark. It's Madden against McDonald again for the centre bounce. 6'9" against about 6'2". This time it bounces OK for McDonald. He gets the tap down, picked up nicely by Smith. A big chance for it to go deep into attack, looking for Phil Cracker in front of the Alba, but Alba manoeuvred him beautifully. Great play on the part of the long-haired half-back flanker, and a good pass and a mark taken here right on the boundary line by McClure. Over to Rowe. Carlton creating the loose man better this quarter as they send it around towards their half-forward, and off the top of the pack, in goes Dwyer. And the umpire will ball this one up for sure.
Dwyer having no chance of getting rid of that, Lou.
No hope in the world.
Actually. And Schimmelbusch is back on Harms.
Ball up out there at half-back. Knocked out by Mackenzie. Comes down now to Steele. He hooks it back, but there's no one there. And Kluwer grabs one like a slips catch that time. A quick hand pass to Madden. Madden doesn't mess about. He boots it down quickly. Two North Melbourne players spoil each other. That allows McConville to get it over to Buckley. A running shot for goal. It might be all right. No, it's through for 1 point. Well, Jimmy Buckley, as Pete said before, hasn't had the greatest season. He's been knocked about badly by injury, but I think Bob said that you wouldn't go into a final side or match without him because he's such a talented player and an aggressive player too, Bob.
Right from the start, as Dwyer gets it across to Schimmelbusch, having plenty of time.
Schimmelbusch out there at half-back. Kicks the ball long out towards the wing position. At the back as Dean knocks it away from Glendenning. Picked up nicely off the back that time by Hunter. A left footer flying high was Smith, but this allowed Marquis. There was no one staying down for North Melbourne at all. Picked up by Marquis over to Harms. Harms gets it back now to Corker-Mealis. He's got a chance to run and straighten up. He does. He's put it through for another goal. That's his first. And Carlton starting to look good now. 7 goals, 9-51 to North Melbourne, 4-3-27.
10 kicks to Corker-Mealis at this stage, as we on replay see it picked up by Marcoux, tackled, gets it to Harms, across to Corker-Mealis, who has no trouble at all with the extra pace of running around past Moore, straightens up and easily kicks the goal.
Fairly on the boundary line. 7 Carlton players have now kicked goals. 51 players, 27. 7-9 to 4-3. And so far, it's a little bit of a picnic for the Blues. McClure in everything at the moment. Up towards half-forward, knocked to the ground by Passmore. I think that's Marcoux with his jumper just about torn off his back. And it will be a bounce, according to umpire Ian Robinson.
A lot of North Melbourne defenders flying for the ball together, Bob, are not doing much talking down there either.
I think they're a little bit undermanned from an experience point of view. If you go through that defensive lineup, John Law really the only really experienced player with Ramsey off the ground.
Siri has a free kick at centre-half back for North Melbourne. I guess he'd be the smallest player on the ground and probably one of the smallest in the competition, but he doesn't lack any heart, I can tell you that. McDonald has the mark on centre wing for North Melbourne. Short pass, Dimitriou and Corker-Mealis. There you are, Lou. You should have had that one there.
Lou, it might possibly be that Smith and Schimmelbusch are changing at half-back against Harms.
Could be that.
Smith's there now.
Dimitriou. Hand passes on. Down towards Steele. Steele's kick not a long one. 2 Carlton players fly against each other. The opportunity for Meldrum. Ball paddled out to Phil Cracker. Always dangerous, close to goal. No one running at him. Cracker runs the full distance. The hand pass over the top is brilliant, and putting it through for a goal was Larkin.
Great play on the part of Phil Cracker. Kennedy out of shot that time, but drew his opponent to him and just gave an easy hand pass over to Larkin, Bob.
Good to have you back with us in the Ballarat Warehouse Centre's football scoreboard. As promised, the Western Border Football League round of matches this afternoon, and it's their last round for season 1985. Let's have a look at the winners and the losers. Portland clashed with Coleraine this afternoon and came out easy winners, 195 to 36. Escambia defeated Casterton 23-15, 153 to 13-10-88. Hamilton were easy winners over West Gambia, 193 to 40. Penola 26-9, 165 defeated Hayward 12-10-82. Millicent 17-13, 115 defeated North Gambia 14-13, 97. And Imperials 29-12, 186 defeated South Gambia 15-16, 106. Let's have a look at the ladder as they finished up for season 1985 in the Western Border Football League, and it saw Portland on top with 68 from North Gambia 56, Millicent 54. We saw Imperials with 52 and also East Gambia 52, percentage separating those two sides. Next week we see Imperials play East Gambia on Saturday in the elimination final, and on Sunday we see Millicent playing North Gambia in the qualifying final. I'll be back with you shortly with more scores in the Ballarat Warehouse Centre's football scoreboard, and we'll take a look at the Central Highlands Football League round of matches in their finals games this afternoon.
Victoria is our home, we're proud of how it's grown.
We've worked hard all these years, and it's nice to know that our savings are working a little harder now. We're doing well.
We've worked so hard and long to make our state so strong.
I don't want to work forever. That's why I invested with Victorian Savings. I'm doing well.
And on these seeds we've sown a few.
With a 6 months term deposit at Victorian Savings earning a big 14.5%, you too can say, I'm doing well.
What is Australia saying about Holden Commodore and Chimera?
The Commodore has more equipment, more comfort, more technology and more value.
The Holden Chimera, I love it.
Yes, they're cars we can all feel proud of. And to keep them best sellers, GMH is giving Holden dealers factory bonuses to pass on to you.
This offer ends September 24. So hurry to your Holden dealer for a great GMH factory bonus deal.
It's time to buy better at your Holden dealer, now.
Wherever you go, you'll find the colours you know. Go with the green and gold.
Your BP distributor for Ballarat and Colac area is Robert Lay Proprietary Limited. Whatever you need in the way of petroleum products, your local BP distributor is the man to see. BP Australia supply a range of quality fuels and lubricants to suit all your requirements, whether it be commercial or agriculture. See your local BP distributor in Ballarat, Colac and Darrenellan.
Green and gold.
These are new Kentucky Nuggets from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Tender pieces of boneless chicken cooked golden light the Colonel's special way. I like mine dipped in the sauce, barbecue or sweet and sour.
I prefer mine without sauce, actually, to really savor the Colonel's chicken.
I like them with sauce.
Oh, without sauce.
Without? I like them with
New
sauce.
Kentucky Nuggets from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Tender pieces of boneless chicken in packs of 6, 12 and 18. You can have them with or without.
North Melbourne's fifth, 5-3 to 7-9. A difference of 18 points. So still nothing in this game really as North get it out of the centre this time through John Law to their left half forward flank. Hunter and Jonas battling for the ball. Hunter has the front posse and Hunter wins out. Brilliantly done. Nice play of this fellow. Certainly lacks nothing in courage and he's got plenty of ability. Down towards Marku at right half forward flank. Marku right on the boundary line. The kick is smothered. It's out of bounds. A boundary throw into result.
Into the second quarter by just on 21 minutes. It's Carlton 7-9-51 to North Melbourne 5-3-33. Ball out of bounds about 55 metres around from the Carlton goal. Well, actually, it's about 65 metres out there on that half-forward flank. Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to McCann. It looks as though he's having a run on the ball. He's already kicked 3 goals at full forward.
It's McDonald at full forward,
North Melbourne couldn't growl about his performance today. Percentage-wise, out to Big Madden. He flies and the big fella's grabbed it. Umpire call, play on.
Yes. He did play the mark, Lou, but Madden then did play on.
Okay, that's a good mark taken down there from that kick of Deans and the ball marked by Dwyer. A hurried kick out wide and little Asiri's got it. He's not doing a bad job either. Goes for a pass looking for Hodgman. Hodgman fumbled the ball. But he might have got one in the back that time from Melbourne. Melbourne copped a heavy one from Jonas. There's no big partners out there now as the hand pass comes out to Murphy. Hodgman right on his tail, but he still gets the kick back over the half forward. McClure flies. Couldn't get the mark, but he comes out of the pack. The hand pass, not a good one, still on the boundary line. And McClure still taps it out. Dwyer goes down, gets a hand pass to Crock. A strong play by the young 18-year-old as it goes back to Madden again. He fumbled that run. They're giving him plenty of carry, but the umpire said he was hit too high. And he'll get the free kick. Goes for a pass. Coming in there is Law, showing a lot of courage. He bounces up 2 or 3 of them. The umpire said he was hit too high. Down goes Reece Jones. This could be on for Young and Old. They're not careful. Still got it in. Reece Jones is getting up to have a go at him, but they've pulled him down a bit. I know it's down there to Law. So Law's got that free kick out there on that centre wing position, actually up to the edge of the square. Now Law's off and running. Drops the ball short, looking for Glendenning. Outmanoeuvred his opponent, couldn't hold the mark. Back it comes to Dean, spins away from his opponent, smothered by Glendenning out to Arceri. North Melbourne have a chance to go deep into attack as it goes up there towards the full forward position. Larkin dropped it. This allows English to get the ball back out there to Melbourne, and they take it away from the danger zone with a good pass coming out there to Road to take the mark at half back. Just on the 23-minute mark. It's 51 plays 33 in favour of Carlton. A short pass. This fellow's not playing a bad game either. But Carlton Hunter's kick Looking for McClure. But he doesn't know. He's dropped it. He's called play on. Back it goes to Wingley's. Another hurried kick back to McCann. It bounces beautifully for him. A hand pass coming back to Keith Gregg. He's grabbed. It's a wild hand pass. He was under pressure. The ball goes back to Wingley's. Then we see Marcoux wearing number 60. Now normally there's number 34. Still gets the hand pass over to Johnson. It's a hand pass coming back to Murphy, but intercepted by McConville, his teammate. A left foot snap at goal, but it's off target and through for 1 point. So Carlton wasting chances. 7 goals, 10-52. For North Melbourne, 5-3-33.
North putting a lot of pressure on Carlton at the moment, and Carlton not realising there that there were 3 players with no North Melbourne players around. Lack of talking, but good pressure by North Melbourne.
19 points the difference. In front is Holt, Korkamilis and Dimitriou. 2 number 28s. Buckley dispossessed pretty quickly. He's got a second chance. Sockers it off the ground. Johnston had it and then lost it just as quickly, and umpire Peter Cameron will bounce it about 35 metres out from the Carlton goal.
Well, they may be lacking in a bit of experience, North Melbourne, Peter, but they're not lacking in endeavour, are they?
Still 19 points down. As we approach the half-time break, we're about a minute away from time on. Down by McCann, picked up by McConville. His kick is smothered, ricochets the opposite way, actually. Holt grabbed and not in possession. Umpire playing the advantage rule. Schimmelbusch has the ball, centre half back, still going. Long kick, trying to find Phil Cracker. Alvin right there with him, backing up well as usual is Hunter. Hunter seems to make all the space in the world. Looks for Alvin, finds him inside the boundary line. Road. It's around Jonas. Holt, just about pulled off a miraculous mark there. McClure late on the scene, offloads him. Kick is high, could be out of, no, not out of bounds. Cracker was the flyer. It's a free kick to Carlton in the back.
Pushed him in the back, Jim, Phil Cracker. Pushed Alvin fair square in the back, Pete.
Alvin at right half-back flank, or perhaps a little bit up from there. Alvin having the job of minding Cracker today. There's Big Madden again. 6 marks to Justin Madden. Onto Johnston, the Carlton skipper. Tried to find McConville, couldn't do so. A real scramble out there. Law has it, but I don't think it's going to be his ball. It's going to be the umpire's. And it will be a bounce. Again, only about 30 metres out from the Carlton goal. 25.5 minutes gone in the second quarter of the elimination final. Knocked down by McCann, sharked by Johnson. Gets the hand pass out to Marcoux. Couldn't miss it. And puts it through for a goal. A very valuable one to Carlton, close to the half-time siren. 8-10, 58 to 5-3, 33 at VFL Park.
It was a nice piece of play by the Carlton skipper on that occasion. Wayne Johnston reading it beautifully off the pack. And as we see it come out, Wayne Johnson taking it, a very quick hand pass. Great example by the Carlton skipper.
He's played a very good game here today too, Bob.
8 Carlton players have scored their 8 goals, which is rather interesting. Buckley, Korkamilis, Murphy, McConville, Marcoux then, and also McClure, Harms and McKenzie.
And Wayne Johnson's had 15 possessions up to the match so far.
Giving a lot more handball than he normally does, Lou.
Certainly is.
25 points the difference, 26.25 minutes gone, second term.
In favour of Carlton now, as we see Madden go for the knockout, but it's not a good one. Comes down to McCann, over to Johnson again. That was the boy I was talking about. The Carlton skipper goes for the pass, up to Murphy, smothers it, recovers okay, looks for Harms, finds him, strikes Schimmelbusch off, goes another pass. It's all right, and Korkamilis has got it. Carlton starting to look really good now. They're dominating the game. As we've got Korkamilis only about 30 metres out. As we watch that pass again.
Harms reading that well. He just had enough time to look around and not just kick blindly.
Well, he's had a bit of trouble getting away from Schimmelbusch since he was shifted on, or they're alternating Ian Smith. But he got clear that time to give the kick to Korkamilis, going for goal number 2. There it is. Yeah, that comes around nicely for a goal. So Carlton move on to 9 goals, 10-64 to North Melbourne, 5-3-33.
And Korkamilis coming straight off the ground, Lou. That's an interesting move.
Yep. Alan Jeans has done that a couple of times in the last 2 weeks. A player scoring a goal dragged from the ground, and he's replaced by Marcazani.
I can never understand that, Bob, as we see Marcazani go onto the ground again. But Korkamilis, he's played very well here today. He's had 14 possessions.
In 2 goals. And you chat to David Parker, and I wonder what he did wrong.
Well, we don't know. He kicked the goal. The coach wouldn't be crook on that as Madden gets the knockout again. He's dominated the centre bounces.
I think it might have been a pre-arranged plan, Lou.
Rhys Jones with a hand pass to Harms. This could be another goal coming up. A long shot. It's a long kick and a goal. What a ripper! That's goal number 2 to Wayne Harms. And the Blues are in top gear now. 10 goals, 10-70 for North Melbourne, 5-3-33.
At half-time, Carlton led 10-10-70 to North Melbourne 6-3-39. For North Melbourne, a deficit of 31 points, and we'll be coming back to more action from the Elimination Final in just a few moments.
After this break, we return to the action of Elimination Final Day 1985 on Sevens Big League.
Hi, I've just bought the super deal of a lifetime from Captain Snooze. Take a look. It's the very latest Commodore double bed and base set from Slumberland at only $499. Would you believe the deals are so good at Captain Snooze in Ballarat and Warrnambool that it was a toss-up between this double bed and base or this queen-size bed and base at only $599. And you receive a voucher for 50 litres of petrol with any Slumberland sets you buy. Only from Captain Snooze, Ballarat and Warrnambool. Fill her up, lads!
Is your rusty old guttering letting you down?
Cheer up your house with Alcan. Your home will be thankful, refurbished and completely tranquil.
Alcan rust-proof aluminium guttering is made at your place in continuous lengths for extra strength and fewer joins. It has a pre-painted finish with a 10-year warranty. Alcan install in a day and clean up afterwards.
Cheer up your house with Alcan. Get rid of the homesick blues.
More, more, more! Right now, you can get even more from your Ford dealer. More on a new Laser, more on a TX5 or Telstar, and more on a new Meteor. And your friendly Ford dealer is offering unbeatable run-out deals right now. New models are due soon, so you'll have to act fast. So with amazing factory bonuses, you'll save even more. Save more on a run-out Laser, save more on a run-out Telstar or TX5, and save more on a run-out Meteor. See your Ford dealer today and save more.
Welcome back to the Ballarat Warehouse Centre's football scoreboard this evening. Let's take a look at the Central Highlands League and their prelim final this afternoon. And it saw the clash of Bungaree playing Dunstown, and the Irishmen came out on top. 14-12-96, defeating Dunstown 10-10-70. Goal kickers from the match saw Tony Hallett with 4 this afternoon, which gave the Big Bird 102 for the year. So he's reached, I should say, that magic century. Also, Tony Lang kicked 3 for Bungaree this afternoon. Their captain and coach for Dunstown, Danny Murphy, kicked 2, and Tony Hartigan kicked 2. Next week, we see the grand final, of course, between Bungaree and Hepburn, and that game will be played at Learmont. Just a reminder, of course, on Monday night in News Centre 6's Sport, we'll have a full roundup of all the games and matches and final scores throughout our viewing area in the final series and games of football played throughout this current weekend. I'll look forward to your company then on Monday night. Till then, have a very pleasant weekend in sport.
Football Scoreboard tonight was presented to you by the one and only Ballarat Warehouse Centre, 32 Doveton Street South, Ballarat.
Let's go back to the action now today from VFL Park in the Elimination Final between Carlton and North Melbourne. We rejoin the game in the third quarter now. The difference is 30 points in favour of Carlton, and we're 4 minutes into the term.
Trying to shepherd the ball through, actually, Lou.
Goes for a short pass. It's okay, marked here by Rhys Jones. He balks 2 of them. And this fella's a brilliant player when he's moving well. Hasn't been that brilliant today, and there's a good mark taken by McKenzie. A quick hand pass over to Hunter, creating the loose man beautifully as he sends it out looking for McCon. But there's the young fellow we spoke about, the 18-year-old recruit, Crocker, taking the mark. A quick hand pass over there to Rampur. That's a shocking kick, and Hunter again takes the mark. Back to English, playing on well. Runs to half-forward, looks for Madden. He's got it, and he's only about 35 metres out on a slight angle. No doubt this fellow's the best big man on the ground by a mile.
So I'm a little surprised that John Kennedy hasn't just said to McDonald, you just go everywhere that Madden goes and try and nullify him.
That's right. He's got no hope of trying to outreach him as we see the ball kicked there by Madden. Will it come around enough? It has. I think it's a goal. And that's goal number 1 for Madden. And Carlton go further ahead. There were 11 goals, 10-76 to North Melbourne, 6 goals, 4-40.
It's a good mark there by Justin Madden, but on replay now we watch as he lines the ball up and very close to the goal post, but the goal umpire indicating full points.
So 9 Carlton players have now scored goals. Justin Madden bringing up his first. It's Carlton by 36 points at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter, and even at this stage they seem destined to go into the first semi-final. Umpire Ian Robinson has found a push in the back against Carlton. The recipient will be Larkin. Larkin to take the free kick just short of the centre circle.
We started off better in this third quarter. He's been very quiet the first half of the match for North, Peter.
Yes, they need him to fire. Dean in front of Glendenning. Rhys Jones to Johnston. Johnston on centre wing, gets a favourable bounce. The hand pass on the Melbourne wasn't a good one though. McDonald went in solidly. Down goes Law. Also seemingly with one in the back. The hand pass now out to Arceri. Short to Hodgman. Over the top to Schimmelbusch. Good handball. Schimmelbusch. Shocking kick though. And it's out of bounds. A little bit too wide and too long for McCann to gather in. And it will be a boundary throw in about 35 to 40 metres out from the North Melbourne goal. They badly need one at the moment, even at this early stage of the third quarter. Sevens big lead from VFL Park. Knocked down to Arceri. Went for a hand pass, there's no one there. Finally out comes Glendenning from the goal square. He's got one in the back. And he will take the free kick about 20 to 30 metres out. Is he playing at full forward now, Bob?
No, I think he's still at centre-half forward, but maybe they're alternating with McCann. But McCann, to me, still at centre-half forward. Still at full forward, I should say, and Glendenning centre-half.
Glendenning. Now they're a few metres out. Shouldn't miss that one, and he hasn't. He's put it through. And it would be an understatement to say that's a badly needed goal for the Roos. Glendenning's first, North Melbourne 7, 7-4, 46 to 11-10, 76, a deficit of 30.
I think it was quite evident there too, Bob. That's the beauty of playing in front, because you always got the chance of getting a free kick.
As Dean has played a defensive game right throughout against Ross Glendenning, but on that occasion, an accidental trip. But whether it's accidental or not, it is still a free kick.
That's right. Goal kickers for North Melbourne, 3 to McCann, Holt, Glendenning, Larkin and Jones have now scored singles. 76 plays 46, 30 points or 5 goals at the 7-minute mark of the quarter. Madden to Korkamilis. Short kick up over the half-forward line. McConville breaks that tackle. Chips it in short, down toward full forward. Well, Keith Gregg grabbed but not in possession. He'll take the free kick. North Melbourne veteran.
And they've taken Gregg away from McClure in this half, and it looks fairly onto McClure as Rhys Jones puts it long.
Long ball, knocked away by Ramsey. McConville tackled pretty quickly. The opportunity again for Marcoux. Fires out the hand pass intended for Buckley. Steele goes for the hand pass, and now North Melbourne get the ball away through Hodgman. He's gone for another hand pass to Demetriou, and here come the Kangaroos.
And Demetriou at centre field doesn't know where to go now. He straightens up, goes for a bit of a run, drives it up there looking for McCann, but he's out positioned that time. And a good mark taken in defence by English. English with a hand pass over to Elvin. Trying to get that running game going. There's 2 Carlton players out there on their own. This allows Melbourne to take it. He'll give it over to Rhys Jones out there on that half-back flank position. He usually does something with it. Murphy couldn't hold it. He goes down. Ramsey went down too, but Murphy ran into trouble that time, ran into Schimmelbusch, but still gets the ball out to Marcoux. He's slung, but the kick comes down over the half-forward line. Up goes McKenzie. He's got the mark. A quick hand pass over now to Korkamilis. Back to Wayne Johnson. And the Carlton skipper runs into an easy goal. Good play on the part of Carlton that time. That's Johnson's first goal, and as I've said a couple of times during the commentary, his best game for weeks. 12 goals, 1082 Carlton. For North Melbourne, 7 goals, 446.
Victoria is our home. We're proud of how it's grown.
Victorian Savings loaned us the money for a new home.
We're doing well.
Worked hard and long to make our state so strong.
I moved my money to Victorian Savings with a better interest rate. I'm doing well.
On these seeds we've sown a future.
With a 6 months term deposit at Victorian Savings earning a big 14.5%, you too can say, I'm doing well.
There was a time when piles of cement, piles of sand and piles of screenings on your front lawn or driveway were inevitable for even the smallest job around the home. But now these handy bags of pre-mixed concrete and pre-mixed mortar will rid you of those piles forever. They're so simple, just add water. Suddenly 101 little household projects become very easy. Pre-mixed concrete and pre-mixed mortar. Just add water and say goodbye to those nasty piles forever.
Trust, that's still the name of the game at John Baston. They've had your trust for years and no wonder. John Baston only sells cars of quality, tried and tested. Then offers you his famous warranty. And that's why people keep coming back to John Baston. They'll talk to you honestly about the car you're buying. So why go anywhere else? Good on you, John.
Here's a fantastic new cassette pack. Never before has there been anything like this. 1985 to go. 100 of 1985's biggest hits in this great carry case, featuring the LA Music Machine. 1985 to go. 6 big cassettes, I can't keep up. For an incredible $21.99, 100 big hits, 6 cassettes and a carry case. On Hammer, 1985 to go.
Still in the third quarter, and Carlton lead by 36 points at the 13-minute mark.
McDonald just about caught onto Holt. They were lucky to get out of that, North Melbourne. The kick up towards Glendinning. Oh, something's gone on behind play. Somebody's booked McDonald, it is. I think he whacked Reece Jones, but I didn't see that. Just heard the crowd roar. Markers taken by Larkin in the meantime. Out to Ramsey, now with that knee bandaged. He spent the second quarter on the bench, of course. Jonas, short pass onto Hodgman. Doesn't get a favourable bounce at all. Paddles it further forward. Picked up by Steele. Steele out towards the left half forward flank. He's found Schimmelbusch, who decides to play on. Onto Arsieri. Arsieri over the top to Demetriou. North Melbourne must score a goal here, surely. And he's put it through for 4 points. So a badly needed one again for North Melbourne. Kicked by Demetriou. 12-10-82. Late for 52. 30 points in it.
There's poor disposal by Carlton on that occasion. From memory, I think it might have been Road. And putting it straight to North Melbourne. On replay, we see Demetriou putting it through for 4 points. And prior to that, we see Dean with a long hand pass over the top.
Could have been a head-eye tackle, Bob, which in the umpire's eyes is a reportable offence.
I think that was the one that
wasn't the one. Might have not been. Okay, the centre bounce. We're at the just on the 14.5-minute mark. It's 82 plays 52 in favour of Carlton. So North Melbourne still within striking distance, only 30 points the difference. Not an impossible task.
They've gained 1 point this quarter, Lou.
Okay, that's some game. As we see Schimmelbusch drive them deep into attack again. Players set themselves. No one can take the mark. Hodgman's grabbed, he gets it out the Cracker. Crack with a long hand pass coming over now to Steele. Another goal. And it's only 24 points the difference. Can North Melbourne really bounce back into this game? Well, but Bob gives them a chance. 12 goals, 10-82 to North Melbourne, 9 goals, 4-58.
I think we saw there, Lou, as we said, during that second quarter, it does seem a waste having Schimmelbusch picking up the harms. He's just too valuable a player, and he got the ball out of the centre there. And likewise, when we see Phil Cracker take possession, it's always danger for the opposition.
That was a magnificent hand pass by Phil Cracker, spotting Steele about 20 metres away, right down his throat. Into this quarter by just on 15.5 minutes, 24 points the difference. North Melbourne bouncing back. They've picked up 7 points this quarter, knocked out by Madden. There we see Larkin certainly playing a lot better in this third quarter, and he's made a heck of a difference around the centre knockouts. So it'll be a ball up again. 24 points the difference. And we've got a long way to go. Can the young Northerners wear down this Carlton more experienced side as the ball hits the deck again? Schimmelbusch gets it out again. He's clear. Hand pass coming over to Holt. Oh, Schimmelbusch is in trouble. He went down. He's still down. As it comes over to Ramsey, taking a fortnight to pick it up. Back to Holt again. That's the idea. A long kick. A little series. Got it. And he's only he's about 40 metres out. The distance could be too far. There's the kick by Arsieri into the goal square, looking for McCann. Is this a free kick? Now he's got a goal. Good play on the part of McCann that time. Great play. Great shepherd, Bob, and it's a goal. So the difference 18 points. North Melbourne really bouncing back.
Deirdre Phillips puts a lot of effort into her evening meal. Here she is, consulting her favourite recipes. Tonight, it's lemon chicken.
Such an exotic dish takes a great deal of preparation, so Deirdre really works herself into a lather. Marinating chicken, browning rice, preparing water chestnuts and capsicum, tossing beans and carrots in a light butter sauce. McCain Frozen Dinner Classics. Ah, McCain, you've done it again.
The Trade Directory is proudly presented to you by your Community Credit Union. Builders, homeowners, new homes, renovations. Unique Kitchens will design and custom build a unique kitchen for you. For top quality and best value, phone Brian Coffey's Unique Kitchens Ballarat on 053 424400. Improve the appearance and value of your home with superclad vinyl weatherboards and Gerard roofing tiles. For a competitive quote, contact the experts. Ballarat Home Improvements, phone 311000. Spa your way to a better day with a South Pacific spa bath or pool. A range of shapes and sizes are available to suit 2 to 8 people. All fiberglass construction, easy to clean and install. For your spa or pool, phone South Pacific Fiberglass, Princes Highway, Winchelsea on 052 672284. The Trade Directory was proudly brought to you by your Community Credit Union.
Whatever your money needs may be, friends are there to help you and me. Join a friend, your Community Credit Union.
A community credit union is keeping money with friends in your own community. They offer higher savings interest rates and low interest loan rates. Trust a friend to offer you something better. For more details on your community credit union, call Ballarat 314411.
64 plays 82 now, and the quarter in progress, nearly 17 minutes. Can North Melbourne get it out of the centre again? Holt gets there first on the half-back flank for them. Hooks it back up towards centre wing, again trying to find Arsiri. He's got him. North have kicked 3 in 3 minutes. Albert and Cracker knocked away by Tom Albin, doing a great job on Cracker at the moment. Flick back to Corcomelis on the centre wing. Meldrum got a high one. Back to Corcomelis again, around Larkin. Up towards Carlton's half-forward line. Plenty of dark blue jerseys there, and the mark is taken by Mackenzie. Well within kicking distance. He's about 40 metres from goal.
This fellow's a strong mark, Bob. McCarry was such a good mark.
He's improved as the season's progressed, Lou, and Carlton's picked a lot of him.
6 marks to Mackenzie. Oh, mark or point. I reckon it's a goal now. Oh, North players asleep down there. Oh, it took a doze.
That sums it up, Pete. It really did sum it up.
13-10 to 10-4, 88 to 64. Mark McClure again.
And that's the experience prevailing there, Bob.
A replay now. Mackenzie's kick. McClure certainly marked it just inside the line. But we watch now. Fairley, Smith, and I missed the other player, but all inexperienced, and McClure so easily just putting it through.
One of the easiest goals you'll get. A quick reply to Carlton. 88 plays 64 now, back to 24 points in it. After North had reduced the deficit to 3 goals, with 3 goals in 3 minutes. But it's going to be a free kick to Matthew Larkin now, just short of the centre circle. He's gone for a pass again, this time out to Steele. Opposition from Harms, though. Steele, though, wins out. North with plenty of fire. A lucky one to Schimmelbusch. I don't think it was intended for the skipper, but Schimmelbusch has the mark at half forward. He got a 15-metre penalty. We haven't seen too many of those today.
And Pete, they've got Carlton in a bit of trouble at the moment.
Well, if they can get another couple of goals now, Lou, that's when they'll have them in trouble, I think.
Well, they're still in there with a chance, and we've got a fair way to go yet.
Yes, just past the 19-minute mark of this quarter. Schimmelbusch is usually a good kick. Has he got the distance? It looks okay from here. He has. It's another goal to North Melbourne. And so the Kangaroos really making a game of it here in the third quarter. 13-10, 88 to 11 for 70.
Yes, and they were applying pressure to Carlton, and Carlton looked as though they were starting to take control, and whether or not they mentally relaxed a little bit or started to try and do the easy things, Melbourne has become a little bit loose in defence.
18 points the difference now in the third quarter, which has been going just past the 19.5-minute mark.
Centre bounce again. Knocked out by McDonald. He's got his second win now. That was a great knockout down there towards that half-forward line. Jonas gets it out here now. Demetrio with a short pass. Oh, he was too big that time for a series lift, but the series played a darn good game here. Number 48 for North Melbourne. But they're getting plenty of drive from the centre with Larkin and Schimmelbusch doing pretty well too, Bob.
Yes, they really lifted their game, those players. And Unfortunately for John Law, he took the mark, but the pushing them back being paid.
Madden gives it over now to Wayne Johnson. The Carlton skipper drives it along over the centre-half forward position. Bit of fumbling going on there by both sides, and the umpires found a free kick. It'll go to North Melbourne. So they're starting to get the breaks. It'll be Keith Gregg to take the free kick. He got one on the shoulder that time. 15-metre penalty against him. McClure should know better than that.
I think he did it deliberately, Lou.
But that'll give those Carlton defenders a chance to settle down a bit because they're a little bit rattled as the ball goes out wide. But that's a shocking kick. Oh, he dropped an easy one, Reece Jones. Down goes Glenn Denning. Did he get one in the back? But the umpires said no. It'll be a ball up out there on the centre wing position.
It should have been a free kick to Glenn Denning.
I thought so, Bob. 18 points the difference as we approach the 21-minute mark of this third quarter. The elimination final of 1985. Knocked out again by North Melbourne. Comes down now to Melbourne. A long hand pass to Jimmy Buckley. Fumble. He's not having a great day today, Jim. Hand pass back to Murphy at centre-half forward. A long kick down there looking for McConville. He's got the set. Couldn't hold the mark. Here's danger coming up. Mark could fumble that. And Crocker's in there amongst the heavy work there on the umpire. Will ball it up right on the edge of the kick-off mark. It's only about 5 metres out from the Carlton goal. And they're in front by 18 points. Given away by Fairley, playing at centre-half back. It's a chance for the big fella, Madden. He only went up one-handed that time. Should have had two at it. And the umpire's going to ball it up around about the centre-half back position for North Melbourne. Carlton 13-10-88 to North Melbourne 11-4-70 into this third quarter by just on 22 minutes. A ball up. McDonald against Madden. Well, Madden grabbed that one but ran into a brick wall. Couldn't get clear. Reece Jones gets a hand pass out to McClure. That was slick play as he has a pot shot at goal, but it's off target, off the side of his boot, and the ball is out of bounds in the back pocket position for North Melbourne. And they're still in this ball game now, only 18 points down.
Free kick going to Crocker in the right back pocket. He's kicked it straight to Mark McClure.
Quite a fine game.
Quite an excellent game, Luke.
Just about the best player on the ground, I'd say.
7 marks and 18 possessions to Mark McClure. Wobbles the punt kick up towards the full forward position. That's a mark to McConville, I think. He's the man to come down with it. He's not playing a bad game either now.
Although Crocker did an excellent job in that first half, but you just can't expect a young, inexperienced player to contain them. You see that now the North Melbourne defenders were trying to punch the ball away, but not equal to it.
And what's he done with that? It's a goal. And so McConville putting through his second goal, and it just gives Carlton a little bit of breathing space. Once again making the difference, 24 points. 14-10 to 11-4 at VFL Park.
Bob, if they could get it down to 12 points before three-quarter time, they'd really get themselves full of running then, wouldn't they?
Yes, as we watch on replay, psychologically, Lou, if you can get to the stage where you know it's only 2 kicks.
That's right.
It just seems to give you that little bit more impetus, if that's the expression.
23 minutes gone, 14-10 to 11-4, 24 points in it. Corker-Muelas, McConville, McClure and Harms have kicked 2 goals for Carlton. It's back into the centre. North Melbourne need a couple now to keep their momentum going. Larkin's kick is long, down towards half-forward. Albert, Arsieri robes it beautifully. 20-metre hand pass to Steele. Steele's gone for another hand pass. In the goal square is Big Donald McDonald, and that's what North Melbourne needed. They're making a game of this in the third quarter. McDonald's third goal, a great chain of hand passes there, 14-10 to 12-4.
There's a new way of living, and it's in the family.
Introducing the new 4-door, 4-wheel drive Holden Jackaroo. Up front, there's more power. Inside, there's a smoother ride. Outside, it looks better than ever. What else is new? A new Rodeo sedan cab, a new Rodeo space cab, and a new scurry wagon.
They're all in the family, a true blue Aussie family. Yes, they're all in the Holden family.
Want more business? Use TV. Right now, thousands of people are listening to my voice, and you'd look a lot better with a dash of color. And how about some action? Seeing is believing, and no matter what your business, television advertising is the most effective medium, and it costs a lot less than some other advertising people would like you to believe. Call the Channel 6 advertising department and let us show you how to increase your business.
What a great fight back by North Melbourne during the third quarter. Carlton seemed to have them on toast at half-time, but the Kangaroos certainly came back well at the Blues. We pick up play now in the final quarter, nearly 2 minutes into the term. Carlton still leading by 19 points, and the stage was set for a very thrilling finish.
Had a third quarter lapse, I could almost say, but he was a very good player in the first two terms. Down towards Carlton's half-forward line. Melbourne through Fairley it was, out towards the centre wing position. Johnston, Carlton skipper at Arsiri. Johnson gets the hand pass out to Marcoux.
Marcoux out there at half forward, takes a wide circle, a hand pass back there to Reece Jones. He balked beautiful. Now he's collared, but he gets clear over to Murphy. Carlton messing about as we see the ball picked up by Corker-Mealis now into the goal square. Oh, two North Melbourne players clash. There's a chance for McCumble to kick a goal. He's kicked it too high, no distance at all. Punched away by Law. Coming back to Corker-Mealis right on the boundary line. And the ball is still back in play. They won't force it over. Now it's through for 1 point. So it's 3 goals the difference. 18 points in favour of Carlton.
Could have been costly.
Certainly could have been. 14-11-95 Carlton to North Melbourne 12-5-77. And North Melbourne want a goal now in the next 3 or 4 minutes to really lift this team again, because they played great football in the third. Back there again. Finally we see Smith driving the ball out to half forward. Arms and Schimmelbusch having a great battle there, but Schimmelbusch coming out with it, but he can't pick it up, and it's over the line and out of bounds. At least he stopped the Carlton player from getting it back into attack. It's out of bounds on Carlton's half full on about 75 metres around from their goal. And they're in front by 18 points. Just on the 3.5-minute mark of this last quarter, the hand pass comes back to Marcoux. Arsiri's grabbed him. He shrugged him off pretty well. Marcoux's played a very good game today as he goes for pass, looking there for McKenzie. It's too long, and the ball is out of bounds. Would you say this is the scoring end, Bob, would you?
I would imagine so, Lou, but there's nothing to worry about. If you're playing well enough, you can score at both ends.
And it's a perfect day for football. Just on 50,000 people here to see this elimination final for 1985 as McClure gets the knockdown. Backing up well as Fairley. Fairley's kick is out towards Glendenning. Got one hand to it, couldn't get the second. He spins out of the pack. Nice. He's certainly played a lot better since half-time. That's a long kick by Glendenning over the half-forward line. And a great safe mark by Inglis. A bad hand pass. A fumble goes on. It comes back to Cracker. Taps the ball on. He gets clear now. Melbourne's right after him. He's grabbed it. Nearly a free kick to him down there. I reckon he didn't have the ball. He was grabbed. Oh, the crowd going mad about that as Marcoux takes the mark out there at half-back. Short pass and marked out there by Corker-Mealis again. He's been a pretty handy player for the Blues too. That's a good pass, and Dean's got it out there towards the Carlton half-forward line. Carlton settling down as they send the ball back over their half-forward line. Madden got one under that. He's been pretty quiet back since half-time. As it goes back to McClure, goes for a hand pass, picked up by Crocker. Crocker's kick is out towards Schimmelbusch and Ride. He got one to go on with, and the umpire was spotted that. He's called play on. Schimmelbusch could have taken the free kick, and now he's got another one.
And you hand pass the ball forward, and once you hand pass, if you get held in, it's holding the man.
Schimmelbusch's kick, not a long one. Marcoux, I must agree with Lou, has done a very good job filling in for Rod Ashman. 27 possessions, so it's not really bad, is it? This is Meldrum now from right centre wing. Trying to find McKenzie. Good mark taken by Fairley.
Quite a bit better since he went to centre half back too, Bob.
Fairley.
McClure's starting a little bit tired at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe he is old, like you said, Lou.
Road. Road is in the centre wing position. McClure getting underneath it. A few tired players out there now. Ball kicked out by Smith. Towards the centre wing position. Number 2 for North Melbourne. Holt. Reece Jones in pursuit. Will he catch him? No. Holt's already been penalised once today for running too far, and he certainly ran a fair bit then, but the mark taken by Hodgman, who's gone for a short pass, leading out Glendenning, moving around a lot more, and he's well within kicking distance, about 40 metres from goal and directly in front.
I don't know about you, Bob, but North look a little bit fresher to me than Carlton.
I think they're putting in a bit more at the moment, Lou, and if Glendenning kicks this, only 2 kicks between them.
He's kicked it, I think. Oh, we've got a ball game on our hands now. Glendenning puts through his second goal. And North Melbourne sneak a little bit closer. 14-11-95 to 13-5-83 at VFL Park.
Well, they've got Mark McClure up there at centre half forward. He looks pretty tired. He's played a superb game here today, but youth might win out in the long run, Bob.
You never know, Lou, and what an excellent piece of play that was by Holt. But it it came out from the forward line. As we see McConville come out to centre half forward, McClure going down towards full forward.
Glendinning's second goal. North Melbourne now trailed by only 12 points. 95 plays 83 in the elimination final. Corker-Mills.
And it's Corker-Mills going over the half-forward line. The ball out there towards that position. Harms couldn't. Oh, he's grabbed it. He's collared again. He's threw it away. But the umpire called play on. Fairley goes through the pack. He's grabbed. The umpire giving plenty of latitude out there, and rightly so. And it'll be a ball up on that half-forward line from Carlton, about 75 metres out from their goal. Into this quarter by just over 7 minutes. 95 plays, 83. 12 points the difference. Only 2 kicks in it. No one got that knockout. Pushed on again. Finally picked up by Smith. Smith out towards Glendenning. Big Madden's there. Too tall for the pack and takes a great mark out there on the centre wing position. That's his 10th mark for the match, but he was pretty quiet in the third quarter. Ball hits the deck again. Fumbling going on. Law comes out. A left footer back there, and the mark taken here by Demetrio. Rhodes got him collared. He can't get clear. He's going to get a 15-metre penalty.
Played for that and got it, Demetrio.
Short pass towards centre half forward. Alvin missed that complete. There's a break now. Hand pass coming to Phil Cracker. He's going to go for a hand pass. Over to Asiri. Another one back here to McCann for goal number 4. And it's a goal, the difference. And North Melbourne coming out like a house on fire.
14-11, 95 to 14-5, 89.
And could it be the younger North Melbourne team will win this match, because will youth win out, Bob Skilton?
They've really got things running for them at the moment. Elvin missed it completely. It hasn't been his best day, and Phil Cracker could have had a shot, and as usual, used excellent handball. Siri likewise, and it finished off with McCann's 4th goal.
4 goals to Stephen McCann. A kick in it now at VFL Park.
A goal the difference in favour of Carlton. North Melbourne really fighting back as the ball is sent down there by Rowe, but in the way that time was Crocker, and he played a fine game. This young 18-year-old at full back, he goes for a short pass, and Larkin's got it out the wing, and North Melbourne go deep into attack again. Out there towards Cracker and Alvin. Cracker plays it back into play. Alvin's on his tail. He fumbles. Cracker's grab, didn't have the ball. He'll get a free kick, and he's got a chance to land this right in the goals, because this fellow always does something with it. Reece Jones going mad about the decision. It was there all the way.
There's no doubt about the free kick. We see Cracker now playing it forward. He's not in possession and was held.
Cracker's kick ready for go deep into attack in front of the goal, but there's Big Madden going for that one. He won't drop that and takes a strong mark at fullback Carl.
Madden, mark number 11. Kick is short. Reece Jones takes a very easy mark onto Alvin. Alvin at left half-back playing for Carlton. He's gone around the boundary line towards Arms on the wing. And Carlton steadying down, but North Melbourne really coming right back at the Blues. In front is Ramsey. They've got one a bit high. Gregg loses out.
Got a free kick.
Yes, he has. Murphy's gone for the hand pass, but the whistle had gone. It looked a cakewalk for Carlton in that second quarter. Full credit to North Melbourne, who really fought this game right back. Typical of John Kennedy coaching. Out of bounds, is it? No, boundary umpire said it's okay. It is now, I think. No. Oh, gee, that was close. That was very close. Schimmelbusch downfield. Hunter in there. Ball knocked on by Jonas. Now it will be surely out of bounds, and the boundary umpire will get the Bronx cheer.
I thought it was out before.
Yeah, really.
We watch on replay now.
Oh,
certainly over.
It's a boundary throw-in. Right forward pocket for the North Melbourne side. Well, it could have been against Madden. Hodgman, Demetriou, a shot at goal. Will it go through? Yes, it has! Oh, he's picked 2. Here come the North Melbourne side. 14-11, 95 to 15-5, 95. It's level pegging in the elimination final.
Well, as I said to you before, they look tired to meet Carlton. And you've got to remember, they're a lot younger, North Melbourne, too. They're full of running now.
Yeah, so their disposal up the ground is nowhere near as good, Lou. And it looks like Road about to come off the ground. But Carlton panicking with their kicking. They're going all over the ground. Their disposal poor. They're not looking where they're going. Whereas North Melbourne are very deliberate.
Marquezani on, scores dead level in the elimination final. 11 and a quarter minutes gone. Which team is going to find mothballs for 1985? Schimmelbusch. Oh, miraculous mark taken out there by Steele. North Melbourne lifting themselves everywhere. He's gone for a hand pass to Smith. Smith on right centre wing. Long kick down towards half forward. 2 on 1. Cracker rows it beautifully. Any score will put North Melbourne in front. And it's a goal! North in front by 6 at VFL Park. What a game of football. 101 to 95.
And what a recovery by North Melbourne from half-time, Bob. A marvellous effort by this young side.
Yes, they went in at half-time, 31 points down, Lou, as we see the hand pass come out to Ross Smith from Sevens Big League. It's the replay of Phil Cracker swooping on the ball, and what a dangerous player he's been. He's really worried Elvin White throughout the day.
A goal the difference in favour of North Melbourne. How the tide has turned towards North Melbourne. We see Hodgman trying to get through the pack. Scraggly play there as Marcoux gets a wild hand pass back to Murphy. Fumbles the ball, tacks it on again. But they're on his tail. He can't get clear. Down he goes. They'll pounce on him. He gets the ball back. It's a bad hand pass. Over to Crocker. Back to Demetrio. Over to Schimmelbusch. And the North Melbourne captain's clear as he sends it around towards their half-forward line. And the ball is out of bounds. But at least it's in North Melbourne's attacking zone. About 65 metres around from their goal. They're in front by 6 points. They weren't worth it. You wouldn't give them 2 cents of a chance at half-time, Bob, would you?
Not a chance, Lou, and 5 minutes after, even less.
Here we go now. Ball back into play again. Matt at the back there is Jonas. Missed it completely. Knocked on by Dean. Over to Demetrio. Short pass. It'll be okay. Marked here by Larkin. Larkin with a hand pass to Hodgman. He runs into trouble. It's a bad hand pass. It goes back to the Carlton skipper, Johnson, out there. But half-back takes a bit of a run. He's upended. The ball down over the half-forward line. Punched out again by Smith. In goes Law. A quick hand pass. That was strength out to Steele. Back to Larkin. Out wide again. And the ball around that wing position. Smith goes for a pass. It's a beauty. Marked here by McDonald. Another hand pass over to McCann. Balks. A long hand pass again to Schimmelbusch. He straightens up, fires at the goal. Let's see the result. It's a goal. Oh, North Melbourne are running hot. They're killing the Blues at the moment. And what a miraculous recovery. 95 plays 107 in favour of the Kangaroos.
The unique Dunlop kinetic sole demonstrates how the most advanced biomechanics can go way beyond their track record to stand on ceremony, to go beyond the call of duty, to create a lasting impression, to run with the pack, to break new ground, to lift you to new heights of comfort. By using the very forces of high performance, the Dunlop kinetic range lifts you like nothing else.
Agriculture 85 is on again, and it's bigger and better than ever. Promote your business by becoming an exhibitor at Agriculture 85 at the Ballarat Airport, 24th, 25th and 26th of October. A unique exhibition encompassing every aspect of farm management and heavy machinery. This year's special feature, viticulture, the cultivation of vines. There's added attractions with an area for exhibitors to demonstrate their equipment to prospective buyers. Come and display your products and services at Agriculture 85. Book your sites now. Ring the Secretary, Mrs. Barbara Hughes.
It all started back in those fabulous 60s, and now after 2 great decades, it's here. The hits album from the Bee Gees, and there's 17 of them. Massachusetts. Words, tragedy, even the hot ones from Saturday Night Fever. You Should Be Dancing. Over 1 hour of hits on the hits album. 17 certified biggies from the Bee Gees.
7 to 95, North Melbourne by 2 goals, and what a turnaround after they trailed by 31 points at half-time. They're making Carlton look pretty flat-footed at the moment, but Carlton won't throw in the sponge. You can back that in. Rhys Jones to Johnston, their skipper. Johnston's gone up to left half forward. The mark is taken by Mackenzie. He's got a good pair of hands, this fellow. Goes for a short pass. Not too confident he's kicking. I was about to say he's not the best kick in the side. And Marcoux looks in a little bit of bother.
That's a hamstring for
sure. Hamstring, yes. On replay now.
Well, these North Melbourne defenders must concentrate 3 times as much as they have been before, Bob, because this mob is experienced, Carlton, aren't they?
They certainly are, Lou, and there's still a long way to go. We're about midway through this final term. And Marcoux.
He's in a bit of trouble.
I think he'll come straight off the ground, Lou. I doubt very much.
I hear Robertson saying perhaps he has to take the kick.
Well, what happens there, Bob? Now, can we? What's the ruling there? Does he allow? If he can't kick it, can somebody else kick it for him?
Well, I remember Lee Matthews taking a kick for Terry Wallace in the '83 Grand Final.
Wallace was on the ground. I know he was acting, but he was on the ground. Whereas in this situation, Marcoux, I think you'll find Marcoux hobbling off the ground anyway. So I think. Evidence of the fact that Marcoux is injured. Well, you can see him hobbling off the ground there now, and I'm sure he will come straight off.
He's played a fine game, too. It's a bit of bad luck because he's been one of their best players.
Mark McClure, speaking of best players, has also been a fine contributor for Carlton. He's only 20 metres out, directly in front. Goal umpire doesn't move. It's a goal. Carlton back in this match. Make no mistake about that. Mark McClure putting through his third goal. Carlton 15-11 now. North Melbourne 17-5. It's 6 points the difference.
Marcoux coming off, Buckley on. Mark McClure who kicked that goal with Marcoux's injury. Whether it's just a cramp, but I feel the hamstring personally.
Certainly looks that way, Bob, doesn't it?
Yes, I doubt very much whether Alex Marcoux will be playing next week, but one never knows.
6 points the difference. It's a thriller in the elimination final. 107 to 101. At league headquarters, knocked away by McDonald. Demetriou just about caught with the ball. A chance for Law. His kick is only a short one. In front, Steele. Did he get one in the back? Umpire said yes, he did. He'll get a 15-metre penalty. Doesn't bother to take it. North Melbourne still with plenty of running. This is Larkin. Sidesteps Rhys Jones. Tries to get around Harms. Does so again around Rhys Jones. Bad handball. Over to Albin. I think he might have been moved off Cracker. Hunter. Rhys Jones. Caught. Good tackle, Smith. Loose ball centre field. Marquezani back on for Carlton. Johnston, their skipper, puts them forward again. Carlton answering the challenge. Up to half forward. In front, McConville. Gets it straight to Ramsey, though. Ramsey's gone out wide for North Melbourne.
And Smith coming in. He's just going at a count. There's no one there within a mile of him as he goes for a pass, looking for Steele. And Steele has the ball out there on the centre wing position. North Melbourne still a goal in front. 107 plays, 101. And the mark taken by the North Melbourne captain, Schimmelbusch. The kick into the goal square. The pack fly. Up they go, Glendenning and McCann. No one can take the mark. Silvani missed it. In they go now. Glendenning on the bottom of the pack. Let's go down to Peter McKenna quickly because he'll have a report on Alex Marcoux.
Yes, Alex Marcoux has torn a hamstring. He'll take no further part in the game. Back to you.
Thanks, Peter. The ball up again in North Melbourne's forward pocket. Knocked out by McCann. That kick of Jonas was smothered. Going into metre now is Silvani right on the boundary. Oh, well smothered that time by Jonas. And North Melbourne playing desperate football.
That's the sort of football that wins games.
A goal the difference into this last quarter by just over 18 minutes. Goal that here from North Melbourne will make it very difficult for Carlton. Did McCann get one on the back? The umpire taking no notice. That Harms has grabbed. And the umpire said it's probably the ball against him. It's a strong decision by the umpire. And the bloke to take the kick now will be Holt. The ball into the goal square. Oh, nearly got that. Glendenning punched on again that time by Meldrum. Over it goes now to Rowe. A hand pass back to Silvani. He missed that. He's got time to pick it up on the boundary line. Ball tapped away from two North Melbourne players messing about. Glendenning gets a hand pass out. The hand pass comes out to Murphy. Finally over to Meldrum out there at half back. He's got a paddock to run and not a North Melbourne within a mile of him as he goes for a pass. Out there to McConville. Gets around Crocker. Balks a long hand pass coming back to Jimmy Buckley replacing Marcoux. Buckley's grabbed. Umpire call playing as it comes back to Rams. He goes down. They're really tackling both sides now. And the umpire's paying a free kick to North Melbourne. And that'll release the pressure of Brentford, relieve the pressure. Larkin's kick is back towards the centre of the ground. Plenty of jostling going on. There's Big Madden going. Couldn't hold the mark. Punched on by Hodgman. A long hand pass coming back from Dean. Back to Johnson. He's dropped it. And it's holding the ball. North Melbourne, as I said before, playing desperate football. And the free kick to go to Larkin at centre half back. North Melbourne in front by 6 points as we see Steele go for a pass out to Smith. Smith on the centre wing position found Cracker on his own. And Cracker will give the hand pass over here to North Melbourne's captain. That's Schimmelbusch, a long shot at goal. Will it come around enough? It won't come around enough, but that point could be very handy because it's put them 7 points in front. And what a recovery by North Melbourne here been today.
What a great game of football we're watching too, Lou. One of the most exciting elimination finals after Carlton looked home and hosed at half-time. They may still win it if they can stop this North Melbourne side. They deserve to win. Marquezine. Oh! Holt. Underneath it, 2 Carlton players, Big Madden and Corcomelis. Madden chips it up short. English. Close to the boundary line, but he gets around Hodgman up the centre wing. Ramsey and Buckley. Who's going to win out here? Ramsey and Buckley still going. Buckley gets the front posse and well played by the Carlton veteran. Buckley on the McConville. A goal here would put Carlton only 1 point behind. McConville shoots it, goal, and puts it through. Was it touched? It's a goal! That's his third. 1 point the difference in the elimination final. 16-11, 107 to 17-6, 108.
Marcoux getting ready to come back on the ground, Pete.
Well, that's a pretty quick hamstring recovery, Bob, as we watch that goal again. Buckley on to McConville, and McConville putting it through for goal number 3 to make the difference 1 point.
Now, I thought that Buckley did an extremely good job and set that goal up, and when he did that, I think I would have left him out there, Lou.
Well, maybe it was just cramp, but they told Peter McKenna it was a hamstring. 21 1/4 minutes gone. 1 point the difference as North Melbourne's run stopped. Can they get it out of the centre here? Hodgman can't. It's going to be a bounce just wide of the centre circle. 1 point in it. We've got about 9 minutes left for play. 9 minutes left approximately. Anybody's game, and what a thriller this has been. A great fight back by North Melbourne. Can Carlton answer it? Larkin. He lifted his game after half-time. Could get a free kick there. No. North Melbourne fans certainly looking for one.
I think it's against Larkin, Pete.
He said hold the ball against Larkin.
And the free kick for Carlton will be taken by Marquezine.
Marquezine out there on that half-back flank position. Drives the ball. Punched out by Crocker. The umpire's found a free kick against the young fellow. It goes to McConville for one on the shoulder. Across the centre half forward. Coming in now to take the mark is Holt. He played on foolishly. Why didn't he stop? It's grabbed by Murphy. He's grabbed. The ball comes back now to McKenzie. A hurried kick down there towards the forward pocket. Going after the steal, but it'll beat him.
But it's easy from up here, Lou, but I think at three-quarter time, John Kennedy obviously told them to play on and get the ball moving. They've done that, and when Holt made a mistake by playing at the wrong time, you really cannot be critical.
Okay, Bob Skilton, 22 1/2 minutes gone. A point the difference. The ball driven back to half-back by Greg. Crocker dropped the mark. He's pretty nervous as the ball finally comes out towards that half-back line. Coming to meet it is Law. He's grabbed by Marquezine. The ball pushed on out there towards Demetrio. Demetrio's grabbed by the leg that time by Rowe, but he shrugs him up clear. And finally gets the kick out there looking for Cracker. He's got the mark right on the boundary line at half forward. There's a pass by Cracker across to Hodgman. Hodgman now to centre half forward. A short pass. Trying to find McCann. He does. He was grabbed. Didn't have the ball that time, but picked up beautifully by Holt. Runs to an open goal. Fires. It'll be good. And North Melbourne 7 points back in front. And that's Holt's second goal. So the scoreboard at the 23.5-minute mark. It's North Melbourne 18 goals. 114. The Carlton 16-11 or 107.
And John Holt, one of the best players on the ground. The replay shows Cracker get it across, and Kim Hodgman going for the short pass. We saw McCann tackled, loses it. Holt picking the ball up and kicking his second goal. And he's played a fine game out there on the wing for North Melbourne.
2 goals to Holt, 4 to McCann, 2 to Schimmelbusch, 2 to Demetriou. 7 points the difference, 114 to 107 in the elimination final. North Melbourne in front. Can they hang on? 24 minutes gone, so we're about a minute away from time on. But there will be probably about 5 minutes of extra time in this quarter. So plenty of time for either side to sew it up. A bounce again, just wide of the circle. Madden wins that one, but hits it straight down to Larkin. Alvin fighting Schimmelbusch for it. A stalemate develops there, and it will once again be a bounce. Still inside the centre square. 114 to 107. Time ticking away. Madden and McDonald. Knocked down to Harms, actually. Harms' kick is a high one up to the half-forward position for Carlton. 2 Carlton players are there. McKenzie takes the mark, gets it back to Marcoux. That's the quickest recovery from a hamstring injury I've ever seen in my life. He's gone too far.
I'll do never seen a fellow recover so quickly from a hamstring injury as that, Bob. And you, by golly, from the mystery.
We did say at one stage it may have been cramped, didn't we?
Well, they did tell Peter McKenna down there it was a hamstring, but I tell you what, if they've got a miracle cure, I'd like to know what it is.
He's created medical history, Pete.
Law takes the free kick. McDonald can't mark it. Schimmelbusch, hurried hand pass. A good knock on. Rhys Jones. Good tackle by Steele, holding the ball. Steele takes the free kick, so things perhaps falling into place for North Melbourne now. Doesn't want to have a kick, it gets it back to McDonald. Might have a kick, Holt does, only a short one though. Up to Big Madden. Oh, he's got knocked rotten. No free kick for that either. Schimmelbusch, with plenty of weight being used in there. Silvani can't get clear. Now there's a free kick going Carlton's way. Big Madden got a nice old whack. And there he is in the hands of the trainers. Silvani takes the free kick for Carlton. It's up towards the centre wing position. 2-on-1. And the mark is taken by Matthew Larkin on right centre wing. We are 1 minute into time on.
And it's 7 points.
Half time, Lou Larkin.
Yes, he's been a very good player. 7 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. There's Madden coming across after that heavy knock and taking a great marking defence out there at half back. 26 minutes gone. And North Melbourne are 7 points in front. Can they hang on as the ball is punched out again by Larkin? A scramble there. The umpire still calling play on. Breaking clear of the pack. Here's Murphy. Murphy goes for the long kick over the half-forward line. And McClure is there about 60 metres out from goal. He quickly plays on, hooks the ball back to the front of goals. Going over the ball is Rowe. Picked up again by North Melbourne. Over it goes to Steele. Steele on the hand pass. Back here to Fairley. And North Melbourne take the ball away from the danger zone. They're playing with plenty of pep now, the Northerners, as the ball is knocked down there to Corker-Mill. It's not a good hand pass. Rhys Jones tries to kick it off the ground. Grabbed by Larkin, as Bob said before. Played a sensational game since half-time to Glenn Denning. And time is running out for Carlton, I would say. A long hand pass over the cracker on his own. And this fella always does something with it. And look at him go. He gets a kick. Does he go for a pass? Oh, well marked by Silvani down there at full-back. Still 7 points the difference. Just over 27 minutes gone. I reckon about 3 minutes to go, Bob. Ball back now to Elvin. Elvin goes for a pass out wide. It's marked here by Mark Gu, who had a bad hamstring injury about 3 minutes ago, but he looks as though as fit as a fiddle now. Smith comes in. That's a great mark on that half-back one as he slipped to the ground.
Carlton's completely run out of legs, Luke.
I reckon. I think we tipped that about just into the near the end of the third quarter. Getting into the ball that time was Demetrio, but he's got plenty of time to recover. He picks it up, goes for a pass, looking for McCann. Silvani's there with him. McCann's got the run of the ball. Now he's clear. Boots the ball up there towards English at the back as Dwyer. He flies, couldn't hold the mark. In comes Jonas, tries to scoop, but clear hand pass to Asiri. Over to Dwyer to the goal. That's it. Great play, that's it. The ball game over for Carlton. And they'll go out of football for sure for 1985.
Scores, Carlton 16-11, 107, North Melbourne 19-6, 120.
Well, it's the reverse to Collingwood Carlton many years ago in the grand final, because Collingwood went in at half-time. It was on replay. Dwyer up high. Jonas, a beautiful piece of football from Jonas as he got the hand pass to Arsiri. A quick hand pass as he was falling. And going back, it's very similar, Lou.
Yep. 120 to 107. 13 points the difference. Carlton can't win from here, surely. They get the ball out of the centre up to their half-forward line, but as Bob said, North Melbourne finishing a lot fitter than the Blues at the moment as the ball comes out to the centre wing position. The umpire, though, has found a free kick. He's brought it right back to the half-forward line. It's
against John Holt.
Who's going to take the free kick? Murphy. A long way from goal. The thing, though, that's important is the clock. It's 29 minutes into the term now. Fraser Murphy from left half-forward flank. Trying to find McClure. McClure at the back. Here's a chance for Big Madden. McDonald right there with him. Gives the hand pass out the middle. Arsiri. Arsiri onto Smith.
Smith played a great last quarter, Pete.
9 kicks for the quarter, Bob. Taking plenty of time because realising that Carlton have to get 3 scoring shots in to draw level. Knocked away by Hunter. It's out of bounds on centre wing. 29 and a half minutes gone in the elimination final, and so it's going to be North Melbourne to advance to the first semi-final. 120 to 107. Looks as though it's the season's end for Carlton. Kick out of the air. Comes up towards the half half-forward flank for North Melbourne. Good shepherd by McCann. Opens it up for Schimmelbusch, and there's still plenty of running in the old legs yet. Away he goes. Still well shepherded. There's a bit of a blue behind play in the meantime. Schimmelbusch, 10 metres out, doesn't have a shot at goal. He's gone for a pass, and he's found Glendinning directly in front. What a piece of play.
Lou, did you notice that nobody ran at him?
That's right. They should have, because he could do anything wrong. He could fumble. The ball's on the goal, Pete.
Yes. That really rips it right up. That's his third. 126, miraculous kicking.
If the backman had run at him, though, Pete, there was no way known he would have been able to make that distance.
That's right.
But it matters not. And there's the man who kicked it, Ross Glendinning, as we watch Schimmelbusch able to look behind him. And only just at the last minute did Silvani decide to leave his man.
Well, it's 19 points the difference now, just over the 30.5-minute mark of this last quarter. And as Pete said, it'll be North Melbourne in the first semi-final.
They've kicked 8-1 for the quarter, Luke.
And they've played magnificent football. Carlton looking a very tired side. Knocked out by Matt, fumbled by Johnson. Down goes McConville, picked up by Lark. He's played a great second half. Over to Phil Drucker, who's lifted his game tremendously too. A very valuable player as the ball goes out wide towards that half-forward line.
One thing to remember, Lou, is that Jim Cracker becomes available next week.
That's right. That makes North Melbourne all the stronger. 31 minutes gone of this last quarter.
But they could have a couple before the tribunal, Bob.
Well, we'll wait and see. The ball ready to come into play now from that centre wing position. 126.
And next week, Keith Webb will top 300.
107. So it looks as though it's North Melbourne next week again. As there's the siren to win the game. And North Melbourne have won. 20 goals, 6, 126, putting North Melbourne in the first semi-final, defeating Carlton 16-11, 107. What a performance by Carlton and North Melbourne. Fantastic effort, Bob.
It really was, Lou. 107 to 126, 31 points down at half-time, and they're entitled to be absolutely delighted. If ever you have to admire a team of footballers, you must admire North Melbourne for their performance today. They looked down and out 5 minutes into the third quarter. It looked as though Carlton were going to just run away and completely demoralise the young Northerners, but in complete reverse. Carlton ran out of legs. North Melbourne rose to the occasion, and they have done John Kennedy proud.
So the final scores, North Melbourne 20 goals, 6, 126 points to Carlton 16, 11, 107 at VFL Park.
GMHBA is proud to announce a new deal in health insurance. Now GMHBA will cover the gap for medical fees in public and private hospitals. GMHBA has also increased refunds on all hospital cover with lower rates than before. Insure your family from $5 per week and singles from $2.50 a week. A small price for peace of mind. Join GMHBA today and enjoy the increased benefits.